Hi, my name is Michelle Williams, and today I would like to discuss global warming. As our dependence on fossil fuels leads us to further and further into a cycle of global warming, the melting of our ice caps, and with the slowing of our ocean's currents, we're growing even closer to a devastating climate shift that could force us into the next ice age. The world we live in today stands at a precipice of a devastating climate shift that could end life as we know it. Fueled by the release of toxic greenhouse gases, global warming is rapidly melting our polar ice caps, leading to a change in the ocean's content and affecting our oceanic current systems, without which our world would be plunged into the next ice age. The common consensus among most climatologists is that the rising concentration of greenhouse gases are artificially warming the atmosphere and the oceans of the world. As its temperatures continues to rise, our Earth's ice caps continue to melt at an ever-increasing rate. According to NASA, since 1978, when we began the era of satellite record, the Earth has seen a 9% rate of decline, increasing to today's 14% rate of decline in the polar ice caps per decade. This is a suggestion that there is an increasing acceleration in the decline of the Arctic ice. Our ocean's ice caps play a vital role in our climate, so as they melt away, a series of unfortunate events begin to unfold. First, the retreating of the ice exposes more of the ocean's surface to evaporation, which in turn increases the rate of fresh water being released in the form of precipitation into the world's oceans. As the ice melts, it itself releases tons of fresh water into the ocean, decreasing the salinity of the ocean's water in the Arctic. This directly affects the current system in the Atlantic Ocean called the Mid-Atlantic Current. The Mid-Atlantic Current is a series of conveyors within our ocean that help to maintain ocean and climate temperatures. As denser, colder salt water sinks to the bottom of the ocean in the Arctic, it pushes salt through the Atlantic Ocean towards the southern hemisphere, taking with it a large volume of cold water. In turn, to replace the sinking water, the warmer, less dense salt water of the south drives north, carrying with it a ton of heat, thus regulating the temperature in both regions. This cycle works both because the sources of water are salt water. Fresh water is less dense and lighter than salt water, so as the salinity in the Arctic decreases, the fresh water being released causes the surface to become more buoyant and not want to sink to the ocean's floor. This increase in buoyancy could slow or halt the cycle of the Mid-Atlantic Current altogether. Without this current driving tons of heat north, the northern hemisphere would drop to an average of 9 to 18 degrees, forcing parts of Europe and North America to be chilled to temperatures relative to that of the last ice age roughly 20,000 years ago. If global warming and our dependence on fossil fuels is not corrected, the damage done to the environment would be devastating. Our ice caps will continue to decline, forcing changes in ocean salinity and eventually leading to the failure of our world's oceanic conveyor system. Crops in the north would fail and our land would become a variable Arctic desert, nearly uninhabitable by human life. The world's only option is to find a permanent and rapid replacement for fossil fuels in an attempt to reduce the release of greenhouse gases and slow the decline of our polar ice caps. Thank you and have a good night.